So today we're going to be revising the Murli of 18th of January 1976, and today is the 12th of January 2025. The title of today's Murli is Celebrate the Day of Remembrance in the form of the Day of Power. Celebrate the Day of Remembrance in the form of the Day of Power. Today, Bab-Dada is seeing all of his children merged in love. Is giving response of love. May you constantly be a bestower of fortune and a bestower of blessings, the same as the Father. May you constantly be a world benefactor and one who has a right to the kingdom of the world. May you constantly be victorious over Maya, the elements, and all situations. Today, Bab-Dada was seeing sparkling tilak of victory on each of the forehead of all the victorious children. He was seeing the flag of victory in the hands of all the children. Baba was hearing everyone's heart echoing, "Victory is our birthright." Today at Amrit Vela, Baba was listening to the invoking sounds of love of all the children. Gopikas, completely lost in love, who had become distant physically and were far away, were merging into the ocean of love like a river. Bab-Dada also became merged in the love of the children. The sweet pearls from everyone became the garland around Bab-Dada's neck and merged in his heart. Various thoughts from everyone's mind were being heard like sweet music. Children from all around were garlanding Bab-Dada with roses of remembrance. So Baba is telling us, responding to the love that is on this day of remembrance, and also giving blessings and confirmation to all those who were there and those who were away. And Baba is also hinting about not only that there was love, but also it's the day of power. It's the day where Bab-Dada, willed power as well. So in that remembrance, Baba is speaking this Murli. As well as today being the day of remembrance, it is also called the day of power. Just as Bab-Dada placed the urn of knowledge on the children's head in the beginning and willed his body, mind, and wealth to the Shaktis through the Sakar form, in the same way, in the final period, of the physical part through the corporeal body on the day of this memorial, he willed will power to the Shakti army for the world benefit. He himself became a resident of the subtle region and made the children the instrument for the corporeal world. That is why this is known as the Day of Power. So the first thing that Baba did when he became Brahma, he willed all his time, his body, his mind, and given all the wealth to the Shaktis and said that, they could take care of it. And before leaving, Baba had one more job to do, which is basically to give through the Adhikumarka the power and gave all the blessing because he would not be there in the physical form. So that they can continue the corporeal work, Baba willed willpower. And willpower here is will dash power, which means that like when we will other things, the power was also present and was given as a will to the children so that they can continue the corporeal work. Then Baba continues. Today, the Father was merging the love of all the children within himself beyond sound. At this time, the sound of complaints from everywhere, everyone, and invocation from everyone's mind were coming with full force from all directions. So typically, there will be children who would be thinking that we missed that time. Baba is already Avyakt. We do not see Sakar Baba. So these are the typical complaints that is there. The other typical one is, somebody has not been able to go to Madhuban and have a meeting with Baba at that time. And in today's date, maybe they would be complaining that we didn't even get the Avyakt meeting anymore. We are just having the recordings. So all sort of complaints might be there. But typically these are the main ones. So complaints from everyone and invocation from everyone's mind were coming with full force in all direction. Can all of you hear it? Bab Dada is especially giving the return of remembrance to the new children. Just as the older children received the lift of double engine, in the same way, Bab Dada is giving the new children the gift of a special lift of incognito help, the experience of attainment and the treasure of happiness. Okay, so in order for the new children to keep that enthusiasm, to keep that energy, Baba is especially giving them the special gift, like, so that they can also become full. And Baba says that he gives them the experience of attainment and the treasure of happiness. So these are the two things that Baba gives them through their service and their experience of constant company. Okay, this is a very important aspect. We often struggle also in this. So Baba says this attainment of treasure of experiencing attainment and treasure of happiness through their service and their experience of constant company, Bab Dada is transforming their complaints into zeal and enthusiasm. Yeah. So when one does service, you feel so full, no? At the same time, also because Bab Dada now is constantly, you know, with the children, and therefore their zeal and enthusiasm continues to grow. Just as new children have special attachment to the father and service, so too Bab Dada has his special cooperative vision on the new children. So Baba is aware of what the new children have missed, and therefore Baba is always, and this is not only in 1976, this is till today. All the new children have special um, new way of receiving. So there is nobody really who is missing anything. It feels like that, but there is always, something extra. And obviously, the father always likes, to see new children, and so he knows his own way of giving to them. So zeal and enthusiasm, just as new children have special attachment to the father and service, so too Bab Dada has his special cooperative vision on the new children. The father is also singing the praise of the wonder of the new children. Acha. So now Baba is going to finish off this part with Yad Yar. To all the loving children who remain constantly merged in love for the one Father, to those who reveal Bab Dada, to the victorious souls who are instruments to be garlanded with the rosary of victory by all souls, to those who are equal to the Father and who reveal all Father's virtue in a practical form, to those who use all their powers for service, to such world benefactor children who have a right to Babdada's heart throne, love, remembrance, and namaste from Babdada. So today we will pause here, and let's have, let's say, 5 minutes of remembrance, and then we can share what we liked, what we felt by reading this. So let's, for some time, be in silence and experience the response of love, experience all that Baba's blessings that have been especially touch you in this passage, and then we will share that. Om Shanti. I think we can first start with anybody who wishes to share something from this part of the Murli. What feeling stays back when we hear this kind of Murli? Usually, this is the typical 18th of January Murli. So yeah, Vijit Bhai.
Yeah, Shanti. Balji. So this is the day of remembrance that we celebrate, right? So 18th January, and together, being the day of remembrance. I mean, it's mainly the day of remembrance, but together with that, it is also a day of power. Baba says so. It is because this is when Baba really willed all his power to the Shaktis, Baba says so. And he placed the knowledge also, the urine of knowledge on children's head. And then Bapdada, Brahma Baba became complete, and then he changed his dress from corporeal to subtle, and then giving us the full rights to uh, take lead. And then he standing behind and giving us the whole necessary knowledge and power, and making us powerful, and making us equal to him, right? So we all have to become like him. So um, so I so the takeaway for me is to remember that it's not only day of remembrance, but also for me to put more effort, and then become powerful, and then not just stay with that, become a world benefactor also. I have benefited, so I also make sure that I give this to others so that they are also benefited. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Yes, this is like a typical progression of uh, when a father is getting old and is running a business, and towards the end, and the father really doesn't do much, right? He's already established the groundwork, and then would have a power of attorney, or give the children that, okay, fine, now you take care of this. But then it depends on the children and um, how they have learned from the father, that how they're going to continue the work, no? So yeah.
And we can also see another way, like Brahma Baba has created his fortune very high, and Baba is giving us an opportunity to make our fortune, create our fortune. So that margin Baba is giving us now.
Yeah. So usually, when the father is there, then you have to go to the father and take, no? But then when the father is already, okay, fine, now I'm giving you this, you take care. So it's all yours. You have to decide then. Yeah, very good. Any other thoughts? What are the feelings that are there when you hear this kind of Murli?
Shanti, brother. Good
Um,
morning.
Good morning.
In Logic world, when somebody leaves the body and lets the family away,
Yeah,
so there's so much of a gap, a void that's left behind,
yeah,
and the person leaving lets the karmic bondages and memories, etc. Here, when Baba left, I mean, apart from whatever empowerment in terms of livelihood Baba left, he also empowered children with blessings and
Yeah.
all the treasures. That sounds very interesting. And
Mm.
how the children cope up with such uh, absence and the blessings that Baba gave. That's how like we all see it now.
Mm.
That despite a great member of the family left, despite that, still the organization grew. So many children still emerged.
Mm.
This is actually a true story of uh, a great human being.
Mm. Yeah.
Thank
It's very interesting, when you were sharing that, I was having in mind that imagine, having Brahma Baba is there, Bab Dada is always there, the setting is the Panda Bhavan, and Bab Dada comes, sorry, the Brahma Baba continues to give the Murli, and the children are in that atmosphere, you know. Now, imagine that now the next day, Brahma Baba is not there, Imagine that situation, that point of time, How would the children be, you know? It's such a big thing, no? Whatever it is that we might say, uh, there would be so much feeling, it's not just an ordinary father who left. This is a very special father, you know. And those who were there from Pakistan days, who had come, with Brahma Baba to Panda Bhavan and going through that moment, So there is that feeling, and there is, and that's why when dadis used to speak, Baba meant both all the time, so that you won't really figure out what they're referring to. But for them, that was the Baba's face, and then suddenly not there. It was such a big thing, and I can see, for us as well, whenever there is this day, that feeling, I think, just comes back again and say that, Papa, yes, we know that, okay, fine, Baba is there with us. But that love will always be there, because love comes and starts, comes up in these kind of moments, no? When you start remembering and all that. But Baba prepared us very, very well. Baba prepared us very, very well. Whether it's a old student, whether it's those who came in between, or those who just are coming now, Baba has given us the good foundation of knowledge. There is this love is not just love; it's a love with understanding, and then it's love filled with power. It doesn't make you weak. It's not like um, something that attaches you and keeps you. And it has a purpose also, and the purpose is to do service, to give to others. So very interesting you brought that aspect.
Om Shanti Arifai.
Om Shanti.
It's really the 18th January, as you rightly said. It's a saga of love. And we know it's something very close where Shiv Baba leaves his children totally to Brahma, because everywhere he hears only love of Brahma. Brahma, come down. Brahma, come, we are waiting. Why you left us? But over here, if you see, Baba starts the Murli itself by a victory, saying, showing the tilak of victory on the forehead, and he's seeing the flag of victory in the hands of the children, and he's seeing her, hearing the hearts of victory from the hearts of the children, and then he's also hearing sounds of love. Then when Baba goes to Brahma Baba, I remember I just read somewhere where Dadi was saying how she never used to go to Brahma Baba's room, set late at night, but what made her go over there, and then what happened, everything in just a jiffy, where when she was will. But here, even though Baba literally willed everything to the Shaktis, he gave all the children willpower. He may have willed only thing that day to Dadi, but he gave all the children willpower. And then you see Shiv Baba enters in as if he wants to take care of the new children. And then he emerges the new children, gives them, says, you will always get incognito help and watch us. But this 1976 Murli is very special to me, Arif. You know why? I remember that was the time, when people were talking about destruction and all in 1976. And this effect of this, it was in the 1966 Sakar Murli where it was quoted. And that is where it was said that the seed from a soul, there will be birth, the revelation of the soul of a man who becomes Narayan. So this 1976 Murlis were very important because that was the Murli which was based on the revelations spoken in the Sakar Murli in 1966. So I also am connecting that with this, even though much hasn't been given till now, only so much. But I would like to go back to that 1966 quotes also later. But otherwise, it was just a mixture of Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. And now there is also, just as a side note, there is a Murli search in Hindi. It's like a website which is an app at the same time, and you can easily. Oh, but unfortunately, that is only for Avyak Murli. Sorry, that's only for Avyak Murli. But yeah, it's a good idea to get that reference and maybe share with, if you find it, you can share with others also. Anyone else would like to share anything? What's your feeling? Like we've kind of gone to 18th already now. And so when you hear something like this, how, what kind of thoughts and feelings come up for you? It looks like we heard all the sharing. Vijit Bhai, you want to add anything?
Yeah, just one more. That's gone.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So I'm sure Brahma Baba might have known that children have grown up a little bit and they are able to manage the yajna by themselves, right? So it's just like any other father, or if we look at the animal also, right? When the parents see that they are able to sustain by themselves, right? Then they make them find their ways, right, in their life. So similarly, Brahma Baba might have realized that the children have grown up and then they can manage the yajna, take the yajna forward without Brahma Baba's support.
Yeah.
Right. So Baba would have planned it or would have known this before, I guess. Right?
Of course he did, yeah. Yeah, so I guess, Rakiben, would you like to share something?
So, there's this paragraph where Papa is talking about how people in the earlier part of Yajna got the sustenance through double engine, that is, Bap Data, practically been there in the body of Brahma Baba, Baba in the body of Brahma Baba. And then Baba further says in this paragraph about how he is giving sustenance of the gift of lift to the new children. And this reminded me about my early times of getting in knowledge, where a lot of things happen very fast for uh, either soul in the journey of knowledge. Like looking at getting into Vihasa training, looking at getting into the Shrimat, or leaving the tamasic food very quickly once it was absolutely clear. And what I was actually getting myself related to is to how the incognitive power of Baba is sustaining the new children. And it's very rightly said in Yagya, last so fast so first. And that's actually happening under the sustenance of incognitive power of Baba. And that was a reminder, that paragraph was a reminder as to how it is not necessary for anybody to be practically there, but just the vibe and the energy can give uh, a fast lift for growth. So that paragraph was a reminder for it.
Yeah. Yes.
Arif,
Yes.
as sister was talking about incognito power, aren't we experiencing it now?
Of course.
2017. See, 2017, Baba left.
Yeah.
Still, we are seeing new children. And see, I'm sitting in Madhuman. I just can't believe some of them have not seen Padramani and all, but the kind of love, tears which come from their eyes. So just see what what is the support they are getting.
Yes.
So we can witness it now.
Yeah.
The incognito help.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'll share also my story, which when Rakiban was talking. So it's not like you come to Gyan and you get help. I think my help started before even Gyan. Being somebody who was living a very different kind of life, based on the culture, based on the religion, and all that. And by the time I came to take the course, from where I was and what I was, it was a good, decent life. But a lot of things were not known to me. Like you would do some mistake or something, but at that time you wouldn't even know that this is a mistake, because in the culture that you come from, that's something normal, because we know right and wrong based on what you are told, no? So by the time I came to knowledge, I was already 90% vegetarian, from being 100% non-vegetarian. So Baba, I think, was setting me up very, very systematically, and I used to say that this is a dismantling process. When I realized I was being dismantled, so that he can put me back in the shape that he wants me to work and serve the way I did. So not only that, Baba helps when you come to knowledge, Baba's help starts even before that. I know so many people who were already like, there was hints that they were getting immediately, like they finish school and they see somebody invoking them, or they finish university and somebody invoking them and telling them that you need to go and study this Rajyoga. So he knows how the game is played, and he's doing it now. He was doing it then. And this is I think the beauty of it. It requires full faith. When you have full faith that this is what is knowledge, this is what I need to do. So I think that way you always feel the closeness to Bab Dada, and especially Brahma Baba, because Brahma Baba's closeness is what helps us in this corporeal. Even if you read the Murli, you can hear Brahma Baba very clearly. He's telling us so many things based on his own experience. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so shall we have a few minutes of reflection, maybe? Just 3 minutes, maybe. So just take yourself and feel that you're present. It's 18th of January, 1969, and the soul is present in that space, in that place. All the tears, both the tears of love, the tears of feeling that we've lost someone, and when we merge ourselves, when we are in that feeling, that Baba would compensate just like he did before. And at this moment as well, if we bring ourselves, Baba gave us a tool to be able to meet him anytime that we want. Baba says that I've given you the knowledge, I've given you the sample. All you need to do is to just copy. If there is any doubt, if there is any need, I am there. So Baba has been accessible to everyone, everywhere. In this moment as well, Baba is present in the form of Bab Dada, angelic form. It's just shifting consciousness from this physical to the subtle. And Baba is there to listen to our questions, to give us guidance, to give us direction, to make us full, to support us in any way that we need. But often Baba says, you don't use me. Or you maybe don't know how to use me. So just come in 1 second. There is a condition. You have to let go. You have to let go of holding the hand of Ravan, all the old stuff, old sanskars. old relationships. And you have to hold my hand. And I will take you to your destination. That's what Baba is saying to us. Because any kind of weight will not allow you to fly. Any heaviness. So just drop everything in 1 second. You can fly. Be ready to be bodiless, incorporeal. Show others the path through this knowledge and claim your inheritance. There is no need to worry about victory because victory is already guaranteed. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Arif Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a blissful day.